the pit.
Yeah, but like what you said, what did you just say? Like
The
how,
fortification.
Like,
so like,
that?
you know, they like build like walls and like slots for like shooting arrows and stuff on the outside. They're all facing the inside.
Got it. Okay.
But this pit, apparently this pit goes back to way, way like ancient traditions where it's this giant like granite slab, I believe. But in this slab, people always reported like hearing like noises and like creatures coming out of this pit.
Oh my gosh.
And like terrorizing villages and stuff like that. Apparently it got so bad to where they built this castle around it and basically set up all these monks and stuff inside this castle. And then at one point it became like a prison to where they would like give these prisoners an option, like death penalty or lowered into the pit. And stories go that these prisoners were lowered into the pit, and when they came out, they had aged. They told these things of like, there's creatures down there, there's like fire, there's like, they literally described it as hell.
What?
Like there's demons living in this pit.
Yeah, they heard screams coming out of the pit quite frequently too. That was the other thing. Like something was getting got in the pit.
Yeah.
Oh
and so
gosh.
these monks and stuff, they were set up around there to combat this pit, these demons that were coming out of this pit.
Yeah.
And then eventually they just decided to seal it up.
Sure.
Which maybe you probably should have done that off the get-go.
Yeah, you got to experiment a little bit.
But it wasn't until the Nazis came around that they took over this area and they took over this castle, and they'd heard, because we talked about the Nazis and their love for the occult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's see what's in this pit. And so they reopened the pit. And sure enough, the same occurrences, creatures were coming out. They described like giant frog-looking men and like just the creepiest stuff. And what they would do, they would also lower prisoners down to this pit, and they would come up, and they had aged. Like they said, the age like 40 to 50 years, like just completely grayed, screaming, losing their minds. And then after World War II, when the Nazis were driven out, when they had to surrender, they sealed it. So apparently they poured in all this concrete, and it's like, so since the Nazis, it has been sealed permanently.
Yeah.
And so it's like modern day, no one's tested what's in this pit.